Welcome to where it all started. This is Duksum. This is a skate park in Seoul, South Korea. It's right next to the Hangang. And this is where everything changed for me. Which is why today I want to tell that story, how I got here, why I started skating, and why I started this channel to begin with in useless detail.
I had very little ambition at the end of college. I had no dream jobs, no lofty goals. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I enjoyed studying, particularly language. I had started studying Korean a few months before I went to college, and for context, this was right before K-pop or K-dramas really started to become popular. BTS didn't exist, kimchi was not a health food craze, and if I think about it, it was exactly 10 years ago, fall 2013.
It was such a different experience. Back then, when I told people I studied Korean, they looked at me like I had two heads. And now when I say that I used to live there, everyone's like, oh, my niece is trying to learn Korean, or oh, I went there on vacation, or that's so cool, I saw BTS in concert. It's very different now.
Anyways, I studied Korean in college, did a semester abroad, graduated a semester early to save money, and ran back to Korea to continue studying Korean. Living in Korea was what anyone could realistically expect from living in a foreign country long term. I was there for 3 years and I had really high highs and really low lows. Of course, looking back, it was amazing. I met some of my best friends there, friends that I was so excited to see again this fall.
술 마시는 것처럼
맛있어?
너무 맛있어.
In truth, I went back just so I could see my friends again and eat good food. And more food. And more food. And more food. I spent what felt like were the most formative years of my life so far in Korea, where I did a lot of growing as a person. So it is a very special place to me, and it's also where my partner brought skateboarding back into my life. I've mentioned it a few times, but I failed miserably to learn how to skate as a kid. I could barely push and couldn't even shove it after years of trying. But that tiny dream always held a very special place in my heart. So my partner, knowing this, took me on a skate date right here at Duksam. Summer 2019, I think it was. And it really only took me a push or two to realize that I needed skateboarding in my life. But given that I had failed it as a kid, I was watching Hans Wuder and determined to learn longboarding. But fate is funny. In the YouTube sidebar was a Mike Osterman video, his Japanese World Championship run. And after watching that, I knew, oh no, this is what I needed as a kid. This was the skate niche I needed to know about. This I probably could have learned. And a year later in 2020, stuck in lockdown, I finally did it. I bought a freestyle skateboard and returned to the very basement I failed to learn any tricks in as a child. But this time was truly different. I didn't need anyone else to buy me a skateboard. I didn't need anyone else to drive me to a skate park. I understood my body a lot better, and I had more confidence in general in myself.
There's only one puddle in the whole park, and my board just rolled through it. This is kind of a little bit of a rough session because I haven't skated in a while, and I'm also super sore from traveling around South Korea, but I'm having fun.
But one thing was missing, and that was skate content that I could really get behind. There's a lot of good skate YouTubers and a handful that I enjoy watching, but when I started skateboarding, I had a really hard time finding tutorials that helped me that much. I'd learn a trick and think, why didn't someone tell me this? Or I wish I had known that before I started these. I had been recording all of my sessions anyways, since I like to watch the footage back and see what was happening, what I was actually doing, and not what I thought I was doing. So I decided to make a few videos. I just hoped that I could share the couple details that were helping me land these tricks and slowly gain some momentum. Those early videos are crazy awkward and unfortunately, to this day, my most popular uploads. I had no idea what I was doing. I was incredibly uncomfortable talking to the camera, but I uploaded the videos anyways. And it's extra crazy I did that because I'm actually very introverted. I like to chat with people in small numbers, but I hate being the center of attention and have had pretty terrible stage fright my whole life. But this was something I actually started overcoming in Korea and then have worked very hard at to kind of get better at this stage fright. And it mostly just involves doing the thing terrified. And while there are some really difficult parts of filming and making YouTube videos, some that affect any creator and some that are probably a little more specific to my own anxieties, I really love this. I didn't have a local skate community when I started these videos, but I feel like I was able to make one here, and it's very precious to me. I just love skating. Skating and making videos about it have become such a creative outlet for me. I cannot imagine stopping. In fact, I just want to skate harder and film more the more that I do this. So being there, sitting there, skating there in Tuksum was incredibly precious to me because 4 years ago, if you told me I would be traveling to Germany for skate contests and uploading videos to YouTube, I would have thought you were crazy.
And it is still crazy.
조심해야 돼. 알겠어.